The caffeine is real. What is going on, my SafeMoon astronauts? This video has been a long time coming, and I wanted to make sure I created something well put and made sure I got a well delivered message across. For starters, I am fully aware that I have 21,000 subscribers, and the vast majority of them honestly do not even know what is going on. I get questions all the time. RJ, why don't you do any more SafeMoon videos? RJ, do you still have SafeMoon? RJ, why have you not covered any SafeMoon videos? And the truth of the matter is that the vast majority of my subscribers simply do not have Twitter. And so I fully am aware that this has been unfair to that audience that I have. But for those that do not have Twitter, there has been an enormous and astronomical amount of toxicity, more than anything I have ever experienced in my life over on Twitter. And it is this sole reason why I stopped creating content. It is very difficult to create content for a community, even if it, albeit as small as that Twitter community is making all that noise, it is still difficult to create content truly when that community quickly turns to torches and pitchforks. But let us start all the way from the beginning, shall we? Why did I create this channel in the first place? It wasn't for money. I can humbly say that I was at a position in my life where I was doing okay. I had several rental properties. I'm an investor in the equities sector as well as day trading. So why exactly did I create the channel then? Let's go back all the way to basics. I created the channel because I wanted a healthy outlet to be able to talk about something that I was super passionate about. And back in June 7th, 2021, I created my first SafeMoon video because you guys already know the story. My girlfriend told me that all I did was talk about SafeMoon 24/7, and so I needed a better outlet. And thus, I created my first video on SafeMoon. Big shout out to my girlfriend. She's the one that honestly gave me the big push to start covering SafeMoon news on this channel. I normally do day trading and just gear reviews and stuff like that, but apparently I just think this is more for her than for me because she thinks that I need a bigger outlet, a bigger audience to talk about it, because apparently all I do is talk about SafeMoon, not only to her, but my friends. So here we are. And I continued creating videos for SafeMoon every single day from June 7th all the way up to November. I think November is one of the first days I finally missed something, but somewhere in there I was still traveling and still doing videos from like Florida or somewhere remote. It was kind of crazy. Then came along Twitter and Twitter Spaces, and everyone was having an absolute blast on Twitter Spaces. A lot of people were confessing that they were just addicted to Twitter Spaces, and they were spending so much time on Twitter Spaces that they were getting yelled at by either their family or their friends. I know Brandy was definitely starting to yell at me. She'd be like, damn, you guys are still on that Twitter Space? And it was just such a fun time in our lives. Kind of like when Xbox Live first came out, you know, it was the best thing since sliced bread. But I don't want to end this video on a bad note, right? I'm going to tackle the negative side of things right now, right here. Somewhere in there during the Twitter Spaces, few groups of people decided that they had the authority to structurize Twitter Spaces and have this ongoing schedule on who can host, when they can host. And yes, albeit I understand that they were making sure that people weren't stepping on each other's toes and that people got a chance to host spaces when they wanted to and get a good audience member in it. But I truly believe that that right there was the downfall of Twitter Spaces, because this gave an opportunity for toxic and ego-driven and clout-chasing bastards to come out and have a platform. These include names like Chris Harris, Addict, and Randolph, the worst of the worst. People who overstepped and think they had a bigger platform than they actually did. Addict and Randolph are the purest form and definition of maxis out there. I do not by any measure doubt their love, enthusiasm for SafeMoon, but that is single-handedly their issue as well. You have Addict and Randolph, grown-ass men who live in the confines of Twitter and use the small platform and voice that they have and spread negativity and hatred to those who have an opposing viewpoint on the community. Chris Harris. If I had one word for Chris Harris, he's just crazy. To avoid hearsay, let's put Chris's main arguments on the table right now for me to address without any filters. Chris and his idiotic belief that drip is bad. He has sources that say that the roundtable has conspired to promote drip since, did he say August? And I will absolutely debunk that right here, right now. Here is a history of text messages on when drip came into my radar. January. Because around November and December, I had just found out about Strongblock. So November and December was spent researching this DeFi space outside of SafeMoon. So his sources are complete BS, and I think the vast majority of people know this. And just to clarify, I did get approval from my good friend to make sure that it was okay that I showed our text message conversation. But it was between him and I when we first was like, what is this space outside of SafeMoon? We thought crypto was just buy and hold. You buy it and you wait for it to moon. Then all of a sudden we were awoken to this new space that is passive income. And the first one was Strongblock. So November and December, we were talking about Strongblock. So it wasn't until January where him and I first really found out about drip, let alone this August timeframe that Chris is talking about. Absolute BS, absolute lies. Second, he wants to say that we took advantage of the SafeMoon army. This in itself is absolutely not true. Because one, Chris views himself as the savior of the SafeMoon community and the SafeMoon army. He treats everyone like invalids and a bunch of little children who are incapable of thinking for themselves once information has been presented in front of them. As I treat everyone like grown adults and investors, to where I make you aware of a project and I give you a piece of information, and I will treat you like an adult to where you will do your own research and you will do your own due diligence and you will make an educated decision at the end of it. Third, drip's referral system. Something Chris has honed in on since the very beginning, because he can no longer say that drip is a scam, simply because drip came out April of last year, a month after SafeMoon came out. So we all know, if you're in DeFi, that a month in crypto is a long time. So drip has been out since April and has in fact changed many, many lives. Just go on to YouTube and see how many lives it's actually changed. So what does Chris hone in on? He hones in on this referral system, that we're taking advantage of the SafeMoon army. Again, treating everyone like invalids, as I treat you guys like adults, and hopefully you guys did your own research before putting in money. But let me ask you one very, very simple question. It's all about mindset, everyone. Remember, when YouTubers give you guys affiliate links, whether that's on Amazon, on gear that they recommend, and they get a small kickback from that, or when we ask you to sign up for Webull to get your 2 free stocks, or when I ask you guys to sign up to crypto.com using my referral link, which will get you guys $25 and it'll get me $25, or when I ask you guys to open a Celsius account, that'll get you $50 and it'll get me $50. No one bats an eye. No one calls us scammers for that. But then all of a sudden we refer people with drip and everyone loses their minds. So ask yourself, why is that? What's the narrative being pushed here? If we're allowed to push other affiliate links, like, hey, you want to use Efani? Here's my affiliate link. You want to use Amazon, here's my affiliate link. You want Webull, you want crypto.com, you want KuCoin, you want Celsius, here's my affiliate link. Everyone's okay with that, but here's my drip affiliate link, and everyone is just absolutely going bonkers over it. So ask yourself what the difference is here. What is the narrative being pushed to the audience? I'm blatantly going to tell everyone straight up in this video that Chris had the absolute opportunity to voice all of his questions, all of his concerns to Generation Crypto on that debate. Yes, Chris Harris backed out. I interviewed Forex Shark, the creator, developer, and founder of Drip. Crypto Atlas has interviewed Forex Shark. Generation Crypto has read the contracts and created a masterclass of all the information. So the information is out there, guys, for you to review yourself. So yeah, Chris had that opportunity. And I think he still has that opportunity today. If he wants to talk to one of us, he's more than welcome to. But it is not going to be in a platform he can control and start to mute us when we start giving us answers. So I've told everyone that our common enemy here is fiat, right? I've been telling everyone this since I covered SafeMoon back in the day, that DeFi and crypto need to unite against a common enemy, which is fiat currency. And I have heard Chris Harris say that before. He's like, DeFi needs to unite. Which DeFi projects is that, Chris? Just everything inside the SafeMoon swap? Because, buddy, there's a whole nother world in DeFi that you don't know about. You simply walked outside your mom's room and realized that there's a whole nother house to learn about, to explore. And I'm here to tell you that there's a whole nother planet outside that house if you step outside that house. But he refuses to open his mind. Chris Harris chooses to stay ignorant and feed you guys a narrative that he can pitch and control. Let's talk about SafeMoon really quickly here. Just letting you guys know, just like Forex Shark, I was able to do an AMA with Brian Legend. Brian Legend has a whole bunch of AMAs on his channel. A very known and respected DeFi YouTuber, James Pelton, also did an AMA with Brian, which actually specialized in covering the Cirtec audit. So I don't want to waste too much stuff, too much time, too much airspace on this video when there's a lot of proof and a lot of information out there. But I'll give you guys a 5-minute snippet. So Cirtec covered Brian's early ventures. They mentioned his early ventures as high-risk rug pulls. Now, failed projects are different from rug pulls. I hope people understand that. Any entrepreneur worth their salt knows that early failed ventures are but learning experiences. I, along with my business partner, opened an urban farm in North Carolina, which lasted about 3 years. That was amazing. It was a lot of learning. It was a lot of learning the industry, a lot of learning how to navigate entrepreneurs, taxes, how to do write-offs and stuff like that. But unfortunately, in year 3, it didn't last and we had to close up shop. Was that a rug pull? No, it was just a failed business venture. Therefore, Brian took those failed business ventures, applied everything he learned, and created the behemoth right now known as SafeMoon. And then, of course, next up is the Cirtec audit itself, which addressed the wallet in question, which is the Fire Pit, which I can easily address right here. The Fire Pit is not a traditional 00 null address because the Fire Pit needed to be a regular wallet address so that it qualified for all the rebases. And as the contract mints new tokens to pay out the rebases to everyone, of course, as it mints new tokens, the circulating supply continues to grow. So how do you control the price of SafeMoon and keep that circulating supply down without affecting the price? And thus the Fire Pit is born. The larger the Fire Pit is, the larger the rebases, the larger it gobbles up circulating supply. So technically, in theory, that circulating supply, maybe sometime in the future, can hold 80 to 90% of the circulating supply, leaving only 20 to 10% of the overall supply circulating out there. So Economics 101, what happens when you have such a small circulating supply? Price goes up. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why the Fire Pit is not a traditional 00 null burn wallet. It has to be a traditional wallet so that it qualifies for rebases. And as it qualifies for rebases, it now continues to gobble up circulating supply as the protocol continues to mint new tokens to pay the rebases. This took but 5 minutes to explain to everyone. And yet Chris chooses to push a false narrative without doing an ounce of due diligence and research. And yes, I acknowledge Chris has a platform, but this is my entire issue with Chris is because he has a platform, he has an obligation to sift what information is real and true and what information is false. It is not his obligation to push his narrative. It's his obligation to push the truth, not his truth. And so to close the toxicity portion of this video, Chris, Addict, Randolph, I'll say this. I've addressed everything that needs to be addressed right here on the table. I didn't sugarcoat anything. I didn't walk around. I didn't tiptoe around subjects. I didn't dance around the topics. But I truly do implore everyone to do research, to do your own due diligence. The difficult part in a DeFi space right now is to be presented information and do your part to sift through what's true and what's false. If you are unable to do this, you're going to continue being sheep, herded by people like Chris with personal narratives and want to push what they want you to believe. But now that we got that out of the way, I want to take the rest of the time and shine light into truly amazing people that I have met in the SafeMoon army, and absolutely deserves recognition and has had a positive impact to the community without having their own ulterior motives and agendas. First and foremost, Cats Are Us. This man has an absolutely beautiful soul. He has such a big heart. Hopefully I can one day work with him to build his cat cafe, because that's all he wants. That's his dream. And I would love nothing more than to be able to work with cats sometime in the future to help him with that. Momo Combat, an amazing and kind-hearted individual I've gotten a chance to talk to and chat with while my time in SafeMoon, and has provided very, very kind words and has checked up during the insane period of FUD and toxicity. My boy Zeus, this guy is and continues to remain New Zealand and has remained completely neutral throughout all this, but he is and always will be my boy. The guy is absolutely awesome, and he uses his space to promote positivity and continues to push his love for SafeMoon without any agendas. And of course, last but not least, Jeremiah and the water cooler. I remember tuning into Jeremiah's shows early on when it was like early in the morning and I'd start working out, and this guy is just simply amazing and a beacon of positivity and light for the community, and continues to give 100% of his energy for the SafeMoon army. So this was probably the best part of the SafeMoon community, was meeting all these kind-hearted, like-minded individuals that shared the same passion as I did, and the love for the crypto project. Now, I want to give a very, very special shout out, of course, to every member of the round table. So Generation Crypto, Crypto Atlas, SafeMoon Joe, Adam Bergman, Darkmoon Tim, and Crypto Moonboy, who we all banded together in the darkest times of negativity, toxicity, FUD, and we took that and created something wonderful. A community where all like-minded DeFi individuals and enthusiasts can come and share their ideas without being ridiculed, without being bullied, and without being chastised. Although my time with SafeMoon is coming to an end, I will always hold it close to my heart. And I met some amazing, amazing people. But my channel and my brand has to continue to move forward and has to continue to evolve. We have changed so many lives, and I hope to do so moving forward, and I hope to change many more lives. I have some insane plans for the future of DeFi and crypto, and I will hint that I'm working with very powerful people, multi-millionaires, to create a company the DeFi space really, really needs. And no, I'm not creating a token or a blockchain, but that is all I'm going to tease and say in that matter. I will continue making YouTube videos for crypto and DeFi, and I will be joining the ranks of the other DeFi YouTubers that cover a lot of other projects that come out in this space, such as Juvier's Gems, such as your friend Andy, Jesse Eckel, James Pelton. And speaking of James Pelton and I actually do have an AMA in the next week or so here, so make sure you guys tune in on that. We will have more information as we hone out the details. And then something huge for my channel is I will also be interviewing a titan of a name, which is Natalie Brunell, on May 12th. And if you guys do not know who Natalie is, please go on Twitter and check out Natalie Brunell. I'll actually just leave a link on her Twitter down below, but check her out. She is a massive titan in the crypto and Bitcoin space. So with that, life is too freaking short. So eat some delicious food, drink some delicious drinks, do some good in the world, spread some positive vibes, support your content creators on Twitter and on YouTube. Do not turn on each other. Albeit I will be in the sidelines, I am, and I will be continuing to root for SafeMoon. And with that, RJ, out.